Well, here's a new toy I just picked up. 1980 SR250. So it's a Yamaha, as you can tell. Has, if that's working, 7,500 kilometers on her. It needs a little bit of work. Gas tank's rotted out. Don't know if you'll see it on this side. Yeah, you will. There you go. They've been sitting for quite a few years. And I got people bugging me on my phone right now. The gas tank was off it. The seat was off it. A couple fenders were loose. Got a pile of parts over here to go through. So it is running. Guy had it running. Needs a little bit of work in the top end. It's a little bit ticky. So needs tires, fork seals, a couple single lights fixed, and a gas tank, of course. But I'm actually planning to put like more of a dirt style tire on it, switch up the seat for a different style seat, switch the tank, and kind of make it like kind of a rat style, bobber style, flat track kind of racing machine. So again, it's only a little 250, but the price was right. Project. I bought it from a buddy of mine that actually, I bought a 750 Virago off him. I guess it would have been about 15 years ago. And then he had this one up for sale. So yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty decent looking. Hasn't been on the road now for probably about 10 years, I guess. So it'll take a little bit of looking at it, going over it, but I do plan to make it street legal. So, and now you guys can see the shape of this tank. Look at that, hey? Can you say only a little bit rusty? That's freaking great. So not too big of a deal. I had plans to use an aftermarket one on here anyway. Yeah, she's pretty bad. She is pretty bad. So, just thought I'd show that before I take off anything good and toss her out. Yeah, I just thought I'd can't really see much of a idea how well that looks on the inside there, but in some spots it looks good. Yeah, I know this tank could be saved. It could be welded up if I really wanted to, so, but nope, I got plans to change the tank. I just wanted to pop it open there and take a look. And you can see there, it actually does have some custom artwork on it. So, yeah, that's pretty sweet. So, yeah, got the bike right down. It's pretty much the way I got it, was pulled apart like this. I'm just going to check over it. Okay, so got a battery hooked up to her. I just picked the lock into the open position because I don't have the key right now. I was hoping that when I shut it off here, it would shut off the headlights. But nope. High beam, low beam, turn signals to stick, so the relays not hooked up or physically not working. So I'll look at all that later. But I think the bulbs are working. Yeah, it looks like the bulbs are working in there. Turns over. Nope. Seems like it has compression. Horn works. So that's a good thing. Disconnect this for now before I even try starting it. Going to pull out this spark plug. Yeah, it's tight. And I'm going to do a compression test. You never know. Well, she has spark. That's a good thing. Okay, got my compression tester hooked up here. Let's see what she has. Hold the throttle open like always. Oh yeah, she's good. Yeah, the battery I'm using, probably not to charge the best, but there you go, 162 PSI. That's pretty good. Well, the carb's going to have to come off. I poured some fuel in here, but it's not going down the tube. So the float's sticky, even tapping it. So, yeah, I don't want to pour any down the spark plug hole or anything like that. But, yeah, I'll pull off the carb, give it a little bit of cleaning.
Where do you want me to be?
Oh, right there, fine. There we go. Good enough. So, yeah, there's some top end noise there that has to be addressed. And the curb I never bothered pulling off. It's still not drying in the fuel I put in the line. So, yeah, there we go for today. That's the end of it. I'll worry about any other stuff later. I'm going to leave it for today. As you guys seen, it did fire up. The guy told me before I bought it there is some top end noise. He thinks it just needs to be adjusted, but that seemed a little bit loud. So it has been sitting again for 10 years. So yeah, I'll pull off those rocker covers, take a look, check out the timing chain, make sure that's nice and tight. I'll even pull off the chain, check all that. Yeah, this thing only has 7,500 kilometers on it. So I can't see that ever spinning over. The factory front tire looks pretty minty, and this one here I think is factory too. So minty as in tread wise, not as in dry rotting. There's lots of dry rotting on it. So hole in the bottom of the exhaust, which the guy told me. So yeah, seems to be good. So yeah, again, I bought this off one of my buddies. So there you go. More videos on this probably in about a month or two. For now, I'm going to be pulling off the front forks. And I'll be changing the seals on them, so I won't bother making any videos on that. And getting new tires, and hell, I might even get it running first. I hate the vacuum style diaphragm carbs like this, so there's a good chance I'll be switching it over to a different carb setup. And one more thing I might as well mention, I only had about an hour to work on it today, so yeah. So the plans for this bike, like I was saying, best off-road capable tires possible that are still DOT. That's going to be the first thing I get, besides a fuel tank. Kind of looking at like a peanut style tank. I don't know. So I still got to kind of decide on that. So I got to see what would look good on it. I can make anything fit it if I wanted to. It's going to need new cables. I noticed here the brake lever here, if it focus has been, someone welded it. I would never trust that. So brakes do seem good. Seems like everything is actually in fairly decent shape. I am going to be upgrading the rear shocks. I'll be keeping the same springs most likely, but I'm going to be buying new shocks because I'm pretty sure that side right there is leaking. So I'll be ordering a set of those. Basically, tires $350, shocks another $200. Everything else, I don't mind if I have to put $1,000 into it just to make it kind of like a fun toy bike, and of course something that's still street legal. So funny thing is, I posted pictures to Facebook. No one believed that it was only a 250. Everyone thought it was a bigger bike. So yeah, it's a little tiny baby 250. So yepper. Oh, and I am going to re-gear it by changing the chain and sprocket. So, and I am actually looking for a complete front fork front end assembly with the disc brake front end. So because drum brakes I don't really care to have. Talking to one of my buddies, he has a XT or a TT, can't remember which model he said, carb for it, so I could get rid of the vacuum carb and switch to one with an accelerator pump. So I'll be doing that for sure. And pretty much the only difference I believe between these engines and that one is this one here has the electric start, where those a kickstart, and these can be converted over to kickstart. So that's another option, and something that most likely I'll be doing. And again, remember, check out my diesel engine giveaway video. So that should be happening in about probably 2-3 months from now. I'll be giving away a brand new 6 horsepower diesel engine.